there's John. I think we're live.
Hello, Internet.
I think we're live.
Hello, friends.
I can't get it into full screen for some reason. What is wrong with me? There we go.
Are we good?
Well, except that now I have to fix some things real fast. Because John and Meg switched places, so... How are you guys today? It's been a fun day so far, right?
I mean, we talk all the time, so yeah, we're good.
You mean you don't want to pretend like we didn't spend an hour on the phone together this morning? Or that Meg and I
My
have
entire
literally
morning
spent
has been...
less time not talking than talking?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I have to say, it's been my favorite day so far this week. So, you know, that says a lot about you.
That's a plus. Hey, count down 8 days until one of our things is done and we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
Alicia decided I get a redo for my birthday because next week on my birthday, not only are we doing the conference, but that's the day after Mabel has both of her surgeries. So I'm going to be dealing with her and a cone and all like painful and everything.
Aww.
So absolutely gets a redo, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a redo.
Sound good. I'm going to mute myself again when I finish eating my cookies.
Cool.
All right. If anyone wants to let us know how the sound is this week, I discovered some fun settings. I also turned down the frames per second output, so hopefully it's not so
janky,
glitchy this week. Fingers crossed. Remember to plug into the router too. So, you know, moving up here.
Thank you. That's good to know. Today's going to be a fun day since you guys are still in the Little Drake area, so that'll be fun. And hopefully it's relaxing. Having Friday games is refreshing, but having it in the middle of the day has been jarring to transition into. But
I left my chicken over there.
You go get your chicken.
Alright, you want to get started?
Yep. Hello, Internet. Welcome to the Holy Hops Tavern show, where this band of miscreants go together and cause mayhem and destruction. Last session, they decided to visit a zoo and they killed someone. Pretty much. They decided to take a quick gig to feed the animals at the local zoo because that's something third level characters
We were on a boat last week.
That wasn't our last time. Last week we were on a boat.
Jesus, Caleb.
The entire
2 weeks
session on
ago.
the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Double
session recap.
We are in a racist tavern.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Okay.
So
John and I are going to poop on the floor.
the reason why you are in a racist tavern, though, is because you had saved a pair of pixies who had their wings ripped off. You are currently searching for a satyr's pan flute, because that's what the weird, bizarro wizard wants as payment to reattach the wings. So you have made your way to Little Drake as a halfway point to Cragmaw Isle, where you know that Fex, a satyr, is located. You guys stayed the night at this gnomish tavern in a leaky room. Not the best. He probably only gives it to guests that he doesn't want returning. But you guys are at the Beholder Hole Tavern. And you wake up the next day rested, if not a little sore from the unpleasant mattress. You guys are aware that there are various taxi services throughout the Drakes that shuttle people to and fro. But you guys are currently in the major city of the Drakes. And it is bustling and loud in the Ironworks Quarter. What do you do this particular morning, since the smell of goblin food is not
I thought we liked the goblin food. Or it's not quaffing.
Correct. Up into your nasal cavities this morning. It's instead just the pretty acrid smell of iron and industrial scents.
So I take out one of my roses and very carefully take off 2 petals and roll them very small and put them inside my nostrils. Anyone else want some?
Sure. Sounds great.
I crush it up and smear it on my face like war paint.
I follow her lead and like put it on Hey Hey's beak too. I don't know how well chickens smell, but
Hey Hey looks amazing with like this like red dye smear on his beak. It's very aggressive looking. So after you've protected your senses from the onslaught,
I think we should make like a leaf in GTFO. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I agree. Not much going on.
Yeah.
So where would we go to find a taxi?
In the docks. So you make your way down to the shoreline, and you see several skiffs, basically just rafts, run by various people. There are some goblins in like tribal wear that seem more interested in staying within the bay itself. There are some of Dragonborn, which seem to be shuttling people fairly large quantities over to Cragmaw. There's a group of kobolds and goblins making their way to some local island. Doesn't seem to be Cragmaw. But you do see a ship set for Cragmaw. That is just a standard taxi service. It's like a half-day trip, so it's a nice large raft for sitting and enjoying your time. They don't provide any food, but
is there like a money changer around here? Because we are, I have to check my money since apparently I'm the community bank. But I think we are pretty low on actual local currency. And if we're going deeper into that area, we should probably get some.
there is a money
Are you the
changer.
accountant, Alicia?
No one asks what you do when you say that you're an accountant.
They do now.
Nope.
But yes. Where were we? Money changers. There is you ask for a money changer from just someone in the streets. You eventually make your way to Uptown, where there's a little bit more industrialized buildings. They're nice and clean. And you do find this building with a pair of Dragonborn guards outside its doors, just making sure that nothing unkosher happens within its walls. Inside you see a kobold at a very stark desk. It's a pretty large desk, but there's nothing on it except for like this just mat for easy writing. And there's a white ivory-esque kobold sees you enter and says, "Hello, how may I help you today?"
Well, before we go in,
Oh, okay.
outside, how much do we want to change? Right now, we have 2 jade in... Nope, that's mine. So right now, there is 4 jade altogether that we have on our person, and Thistle has 6 shield pieces, and there's 1 group shield piece.
I will just, most of my stuff goes to communal. Where I come from, there is no money, and I have not really developed the concept of money, and I don't really get what it does. And it's too big to fit in any of my pockets. So I've developed an attitude of I don't really care about this.
Makes it easier to split.
Socialized fairy economics. I love it.
Yeah. It's just
John, you should
Plus, you guys carry all my shit and give me a place to live pretty much. So this is, it's just what's mine is yours. We can be communists.
It's not really how communism works. But that's a different story.
Fair. I don't know if you guys can hear. I apologize if there's an echo. Mabel has picked up a squeaky toy that she won't put down right now.
No, you're fine.
It's okay. I can actually control the output on my computer to do the digital audio cables, so I could barely hear you guys. But you're like redlining into OBS, so...
Can't you use headphones?
Well, then how would Caleb hear?
Can't you get a Y splitter and both use headphones?
That sounds very reasonable.
We have a Y splitter. Maybe next week.
Maybe. Depends on how panicky we are at throwing things
I
together.
remembered at 12:30 I needed to figure out the microphone, so...
Huzzah!
You get it.
Anyway, so then all together, because Grigor, you should also have 2 jade and 6 shield from last time. So we have 6 jade and 12 shield left altogether. Now, I'm happy to exchange some group gold for your jade and shield, so we don't actually have to talk to the moneylender if we think that's
I'm
enough.
fine with that.
Yeah, that's... You would know that that's a fair amount. You have like several days worth of wages there.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay. So, I give you 6 gold. No, I give you 2 gold for your 2 jade. What am I smoking? Nothing. That's the problem.
Hi, Mom.
So, alright. So we have 6 jade and 12 shield. Okay. 13 shield, because there's one left in the thing. Alright. Here we are. I give you 6 silver pieces, John.
Okie dokie.
For your shield. Alright. So, that should be plenty of money. We don't need to actually go to the moneylender.
Correct.
Glad we figured that out outside the door. Still better than the goblin racist hole. Not goblin. The anti-goblin racist hole in the ground. We should set it on fire.
You did walk by this executioner's block on the way to the moneylenders.
Oh, right.
Building.
The overzealous execution.
They're very, not pragmatic. Religiously zealot.
All right. So let's go find a taxi.
All right. There was that large float that has accumulated quite a number of people at this point. Making it about ready to depart. This taxi plans to make the journey back in the afternoon and do like a noon leave as well, since the trip there is about a good solid 4 hours. It's not a short journey, but it's not the longest thing in the world.
All right. Is there room for
There's
2 and a 10th?
Yep, there's enough room for each of you. They do only charge for the 2 of you. They do not charge for Thistle on this particular endeavor, and it's only 2 shield.
2 shield?
For both of you.
I give them 2 shield. Wait, 2 shield each? Or
no,
2 shield
total.
altogether? Oh,
Total.
Okay.
And the taxi shoves off and begins making its way to Cragmaw. And then you get to see a little bit more of the Drakes itself. As opposed to Cragmaw, which is built on the side of a cliff on this giant sea stack. And so you're kind of buried beneath ground unless you actually get to a window. This place seems to be built around the Drake Roost Mountain. This enormous mountain that eclipses the rising sun. And as you went to the docks this morning, you actually got to see a weird silhouette, and the mountain itself blocked the glare of the morning sun. And as you make your way out of Shield Bay, you see all kinds of interesting foliage and vegetation of various colors. You begin to see some like cyan leaves on plants and whatnot. Almost like a callback to a previous campaign.
previous life.
Yeah, a previous life of you
Where it was
guys.
simpler. Actually, it wasn't simpler. It's more complicated.
You guys do head southward, and as you're meandering by, you pass this swampy area that just... You see, like, spouts of flame pop up, like little gas spores that explode. Just a little bit in the distance, as well as just random glowing lights. And as you pass that particular section, is like... Just don't jump off and go there. The dregs are an unpleasant place. You then continue to make your way around.
Are there ROUSs in the dregs?
What's that?
There are ROUSs in the dregs. You said there were spurts of fire.
There totally are. There are giant rats somewhere in there. There's a lot of things in the dregs, but that's beside the point. But as you make your way out of Shield Bay and begin making your way around to Cragmaw, I would like each of you to give me a perception check, please.
20, do you want to use this week? Not that one, but I'll take it.
2.
2. And what is
Apparently I'm very distracted.
Yeah, you're very distracted. This has very little association with your home, so this is all new types of weird, swampy vegetation. There's not very many trees in the dregs.
What'd you say, John?
4.
4.
I got
Great.
an 8.
That is fantastic news.
Nothing. We know of nothing.
We are Jon Snow.
You guys are consistent. The rest of the trip goes by rather uneventfully. You make your way past the cackling isle where there's either howling monkeys or something within its branches. There's just something unsettling about the entire island itself. Then you make your way to Cragmaw, named for the enormous rock spires that shoot out from the ground in almost like a stalagmite-like fashion. And you make your way around the southern side of Cragmaw, make your way up north, and you port at Gravitas, the northern city on this little island. And as you dock, the smell of beer is rank throughout the city. Given that this is a major distillery town, the smell is overpowering. The smell of hops. But as you depart, you look around, you see various warehouses. This seems to be more of a working city. It's not more of a tourist attraction kind of vibe. And so you see a lot of cobalt workers, a lot of halfling workers, a fair number of gnomes, just going about their day, just carrying crates, moving things to and fro. They seem to be majors. It seems to be a major export city, exporting their beers and various vegetation that they grow here on the island. Now, did you have any plans on where to find this Vex?
Well, we knew he was in...
Can I roll to see if I'm psychic to just know where it is?
Ha! Give me a straight intelligence history check for you. If you remember relevant data.
I rolled a 12.
A 12.
Do I get to add any of like my proficiencies or any of that stuff?
It would be an intelligence modifier if you have one, and history if you have proficiency in that.
I should have my thing open. 1 second. I'm so sorry.
We also have the quest about Baron Bader's children, the side quest.
What? Oh. So my wisdom, or you said intelligence?
Yep.
That would be +1, so 13.
Okay.
But did you say nature? Because I'm proficient in nature.
Not nature, history.
I'm pretty sure you told us what town... Someone told us what town he was in, but I don't think I wrote it down. And I can't remember the name of it now.
Well, you knew that Gravitas is where Vex functions, and you know that it's associated with Karen.
And do I know who... I believe you said I didn't know who Karen was directly.
To that person, but you do know of their relationship since she's kind of a ritzy, snooty person with a lot of money.
But do I know of her connection to my family?
Not yet.
Okay. So we should probably go find the Karen. Dun, dun, dun.
I was just gonna do that.
I really enjoy that we never met Pippin's mother when Pippin was in the game.
Yeah. Now we're going to.
Now we're going to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tie our shoelaces together.
I don't throw away NPCs. I just recycle them for the ongoing story.
All right. So we know we're headed towards Gravitas.
You are in Gravitas.
We are in Gravitas. So we should go to the big town, which is where Karen is, right?
Gravitas is the big town.
Oh,
you mean the distillery?
Yes, the Stout Drake.
Yes, they do make the Stout Drake. You make your way over to the tavern itself, and being that this is about noon, it's bustling with lunch business. People are enjoying their light sandwiches, maybe drinking too much because their employers are obnoxious, and having a good old relaxing afternoon.
Do I recognize anybody?
Give me a perception check.
Does Hey or
Oh, Hey
recognize anyone?
Oh, that's a
Are
great
they freaking
point.
out?
Hay's on his shoulder holster.
Oh, that's a...
The one day that we went in there when Pippin didn't want to go in, so instead she was following the other people, and Gully and Quinto went in, and Kevin was on Gully's shoulder for a while, and then we sent him out to follow Pippin. But like he was in there for a little bit, he would have recognized it.
Okay, so
I rolled a 13. I don't know what you meant for me to do with that roll.
That
was my perception roll to see if I recognized anyone.
Yeah, you don't recognize
That would
anyone
be
there, but
that would be an 18 altogether.
I
rolled 13.
Give me an insight check on top of that now.
I rolled 17. I don't have insight, so 20 altogether.
Okay. You don't recognize anyone that you would see as family or anything like that. You do see the person that you can identify as Karen, though. She is currently sitting at a personal table that's very posh. She has this long draping cloak that's fur-lined. This dragonborn that's prismatic in nature, and she just has a halfling by her just fanning her with a nice little hand fan made of lace. You just see her enjoying a meal daintily, nomming on a... What are the little plates called? Pate?
Tapas.
Tapas. Enjoying tapas.
I get very excited by the idea of tapas because it's like food, but in my size.
Yes, it's perfect.
And I just kind of like, I don't even mean to be rude, but I just like start flying over like right where she is and just like expecting it. Very interesting.
You might
Hopefully
also be distracted by beer cheese, which this place has an abundance of.
Yes.
But Hey is also distracted. So you see Karen, you see a ton of cheese, but Hey is...
Wait, is there a charcuterie board? Is this going to be my first time of seeing a whole bunch of different cheeses cut up in like the perfect size?
Given that it's lunchtime, probably not yet. If you were here in the afternoon or make your way back here later, I could see that happening. But people are just enjoying like just pretzels and cheeses with their beer. But Hey is upset. Give me a handle animal check.
I think I have animal handling.
I am very glad that the ranger has handle animal. The Beastmaster Ranger.
19.
19. Hey. The feathers rise on the back of his neck. His eyes glare and focus on this one halfling who's sitting by the fire picking his teeth with a knife with this enormous weasel next to him. And he's just like, I can't get the thing out of my tooth. But hey, knows that halfling.
I pull Hey down into my arms and cradle him like a baby.
Aww.
I glare at the halfling and I say, maybe we should find a seat. Karen is over there, but we need to be careful approaching her. If we can find information on Vex without talking to her, that would be recommended from my research on this part of the world.
So you all have a seat around the table. And the waiter goes, what can I do you for? And it's this halfling gentleman.
Thistle? Wait, it's the halfling?
No.
Or a different halfling?
Different halfling. It's a halfling gentleman, clean cut. Actually, it looks like he's a bartender for his day job.
I would like a mug of your stout drake. And do you serve ramen?
No. We
I
have
would like cheese.
Yes.
Ham sandwich. We have fried pterodactyls. We have wings. And
try the fried pterodactyl.
good. It's served in a buffalo sauce. Cool.
Sounds good. And Thistle?
Cheese. Please.
Do you want anything with that
Wings.
cheese? We have pretzels, bread, or okay, just the cheese it is. Got it. Would you like
And
a
beer.
straw for
And
that?
beer. And beer.
And beer. Cheese, beer. Do you want a spoon or a straw?
I will use my fingers.
Fair enough. Barry?
Grigor?
Oh, wings.
Wings. Great. Coming right up. The waiter goes away, and it's going to be about 15 minutes before he comes back with the food. What do you want to do in that period of time?
Play truth or dare. I just feel like it'd be funny.
All right, you go first.
Senpai, truth or dare?
Truth.
That is less fun. Okay. What is your biggest fear in the world? No. If you could be any animal, what would you be?
Displacer beast.
That's player knowledge interacting there.
Obviously.
Senpai knows of displacer beasts?
Yeah, at the zoo, he was all obsessed with them, and they ate the guy we killed. So, more power to them.
Way to imprint your player obsession onto the character. Projection.
All right. Grigor, truth or dare?
Dare.
I dare you to go punch that halfling.
Okay.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So
Let's
what
have my
happened?
parents still knock at the door. Let's see what happens here.
So
I'm
you
in.
get up off the table and do what?
I quickly just sneak over and play the knockout game with the halfling.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a strength attack roll.
Hey's very interested in this.
Why would you dare
I
him to
don't
do
know.
that?
15.
It's good she didn't pick that. I was going to dare to kill somebody. So, this is less.
That hits. Go ahead and deal 1 strength damage. 1 damage plus your strength modifier.
But it was the knockout game, so what if the intent is to cut off airflow? Is that like a grapple then?
Wait, are you grappling or are you punching?
Oh, no, I punch. The knockout game is a punch, Alicia. It's when you sneak up and punch
Oh,
somebody
I
in
thought
the
it
face.
was when you snuck up and put someone in a chokehold.
No, that would be even more fun, but I didn't think of that. So, what do I do, Caleb? 1d6? Is it 1d6?
1 damage plus your strength modifier.
So it's 2 total.
Great. So,
Just aggravated the piss out of someone. That's good.
I would act really drunk if I were.
oh my gosh, hold on.
Senpai's a little out of character today. He feels out of sorts.
I like it. It's because our mind melted from doing 2 hours of marketing.
All right, John, go ahead and roll me initiative, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. $13.
13. Great. So, the weasel that was laying down, all temperate-like lightning jumps around and bites at your thigh.
How do we get in on this initiative?
Oh, that's what you want to do now.
Oh, Walt wants to know if he gets sneak attack damage.
He didn't use a weapon. He punched, so no. Nice try.
Thanks, Walt.
Unless, no, I'm not gonna give him that. Not for such anarchy moves. So, go ahead and roll initiative if that's what you want to do.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, if a fight's going down, we're for sure gonna have his back.
He came up and punched a halfling thug.
21.
It's what we roll plus dex, right?
Yep.
Fun
17.
music. What
was that?
17.
Okay.
So do I go before the weasel?
Go ahead.
I go over and I say, I leave Hey with Thistle on the table. And I go over and I...
Give me a handle and I'll try to convince Hey to stay at the table. He does not seem keen on staying out of the fray.
16.
But he's with me and Kevin.
Kevin has a hand up, being like, I got you. You stay out of this. And the chief's like, no, let me at it, bro.
And I go over and I say, I put one hand on Grigor's shoulder and say, I am so sorry, sir. You looked like his arch enemy, but now up close I just realized we can't tell halflings apart. Excuse us. And I start pulling Grigor away.
Give me a deception check.
Can it be a performance check?
No.
Because I planned it after I...
No.
Ooh. 19.
All right, you say that. What does Grigor immediately do to this?
I guess I'll say I'm sorry. I apologize. I thought you were somebody else.
Give me a deception check.
Got him into this mess. It only seemed fair to help him get out of it before we brought an entire bar down on us.
I rolled a 19.
Okay.
We could have taken him.
The halfling looks at you, holds the weasel by the scruff of the neck, who looked about ready to rip out your throat. Looks you up and down and goes, mistakes have been known to happen, but give me some type of compensation, you little twits.
I pull out a rose.
Now give me a performance check.
Natural 20.
Beautiful.
Plus 5. 25. There's sparkles.
That caught the halfling so off guard. He's still looking at the flower as the rest of you make your way back to the table.
Senpai is cackling to himself. Like at the table, like trying really hard to like compose himself. It's just like...
What the fuck? Says the halfling
I'm
just
pretty sure
staring
I'm
at
just
the
like
rose
cracking
going,
up at the table. Like,
why?
sitting on the table, like feet, like grabbing my feet, like laughing so hard as a small child would do.
I raised my mug of ale. Has that come yet? We have that, right?
As you make your way back to the table, the waiter comes back and goes, don't ever do that again.
I pick up my mug and I say, it's your turn, Grigor.
that halfling is well connected around here. It's better to just not poke the bear.
He's upset my chicken. And that has me worried. Cradle hey again. You're such a good chicken.
Give me an insight check. The table. Insight check. That's in...
Ooh, well, that was not as good.
8.
9.
8
and 11.
9 and 11. Great.
We're rolling great today, friends.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
The 11 does pick up on the fact that something about the chicken registered with the bartender, but nothing more is gleaned past that.
While we wait for John here, since he's the one who
Does
got
Kevin
the 11.
notice anything?
But the food is placed in front of you, and he goes, no one really messes with some of Fex's kids, so just
Fex's kid?
One of his men. Just leave him alone.
Where would we find Fex?
Give me a charisma check.
Hold my chicken. Just straight charisma?
Persuasion.
9.
Oh, persuasion. Oh, even better. 23. Rolling great on these charisma checks, guys.
The bartender goes, why would you want to know that?
We were referred to him for some business of a sensitive nature.
With your persuasion roll and that, he goes, got it. In which case, you might want to talk to the guy you just punched.
Is there someone else we can talk to? Because
I'll go talk to the guy. I didn't punch him yet.
I don't want to get on anyone's bad side, and referring someone after you punched someone in their group, I don't want to be a part of it, really. But if you want to get to Fex, you should probably talk to that guy.
I can be charming. Maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty aggressive in this game for some reason.
I need to learn the Star Wars Cantina song on the piano so I can play that while we're playing. While we're in the bars.
To send him his favorite drink.
Do you have the money for it?
How much is it?
It's a jade. And just because it's expensive, I will need you to pay ahead of time.
Second favorite drink.
I'll get him a drink. I'll get him a stout. That can't go wrong. He doesn't ask to see your wallet at that point.
Just let him know that his friends at this table are so very sorry.
And while that's going on, can you guys give me a perception check? Again.
I need to make an actual saddle for Hey Hey. Because there's not a great place to put him.
You need to put magnets in his butt so that you can just put a magnet on your shoulder.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Yes, I could probably just
11.
put the little button.
16.
Wait, what is it?
Perception check. So 1 and 16.
11 and 16. Not a 1.
23.
23. The
Wow.
23 and the 16, you both come to the realization at about the same time, especially while talking about the cost of drinks and whatnot, that your wallet, which had the various coins and whatnot, was stolen at some point.
You didn't even ask me where my wallet was.
Doesn't matter. It was lifted.
But what if I kept my wallet, in my pants?
Well, then someone got very lucky with you.
I didn't notice that. I'm just saying.
Nope.
Do we have any idea who took the money? Because they're going to die now.
Wait, is it all the money I had or just the local money? Because I would have kept them in 2 different wallets.
Well, then in that case, it's the local money that was stolen.
Okay.
Not the Barrow's money. That would have been useless to these people.
Do we know who took it?
No. Because you guys failed that first perception check back on the boat.
It was stolen back on the boat?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're frustrating.
Sometimes I'm
All right,
frustrating.
let's rob somebody else.
I have met the other group. Trust me, I felt their frustration this week. Solidarity, guys.
Can we steal money from somebody else?
There's lots of people who've had a few drinks. Are you going to try and steal?
I vote John should do it because he's so sneaky. And also, I can barely handle the money as it is.
I can distract people.
Yeah. You and I will distract. John, you rob them. Otherwise, we're going to get in trouble because we don't have the money to pay for this food or drink.
Should we start singing at the table? You think some karaoke? Pretending to be a little drunker than we are?
And we let's do like a routine. Like a very much like as if we had like nailed a TikTok dance.
Yes.
And like I do it in the air flying so that I'm like right next to your head. And Kevin and Hey are like on the table just kind of like bobbing along to it.
Pretty sure Hey's just angry glaring.
Yeah, every time that Hey's brought up, the screen just zooms on his face with his eyes extremely narrow, just glaring at the halfling's direction. This halfling has no chill.
You mean the chicken?
The chicken has no chill. But as you guys continue to do
what
this...
What song are we dancing to or performing? John, which song should we do while you are thieving?
I don't care. Whatever you guys are feeling.
We built this city.
All right.
How very literal of you.
All right, so we are performing.
Okay, give me both of you a performance check. Charisma performance.
I rolled a 20.
Nice.
I got a 19 plus 5, so 24.
What do we add to it? What do we add?
It's charisma and performance.
23. I don't have anything for performance, but 23.
24.
So, it is utterly magical. You start off with just a few notes, maybe using a few lines from the song to just begin the melody. And then all of a sudden...
Walt said Dancing Queen. That would have also been a good one.
begin singing the song itself. And after a few bars are sung, one of the people picks up a guitar and just starts strumming, enjoying the angelic voices that have just suddenly appeared. You get up on the tables to start dancing, and a few other people join you, and it becomes a musical for a hot second. While this is going on...
Yes.
Both of you
Dream
have
come true right here
already, so I can't give you that, but...
I didn't know I had an inspiration token.
Yeah, you have one, and so does Thistle and John.
I got one.
All of you.
I marked down my little D&D sheet. You can put it on there that you have an inspiration token.
Yeah, there's like an entire little...
Yeah, it has a 1 in it. I guess that means I had one. I didn't think to look there.
That means you have one. Yeah.
So, John, while you temporarily step into a musical, what do you do?
I just slide over to one of the tables where someone is not paying attention, and I try to steal their money.
They have performed created such a hubbub that nobody's paying attention to you at all. You do notice that there's
grab a bunch.
A few easy targets that seem like you could lift a little bit.
All right.
But you do also notice that Karen is just as distracted at this particular moment. And the person fanning has stopped and just kind of enjoying the music.
Don't go for
She
Karen.
has a nice purse.
Don't go for Karen.
Nope, not doing it.
Oh.
Nice try. I've already murdered our whole team once, and I'm not going to go down this road.
So you're going after one of the easy targets. So give me a stealth check. No, give me a sleight of hand check.
It's my modifier for that.
Dex and proficiency if you have sleight of hand. Or double proficiency if you have that.
Yeah.
On a side note,
33. So
33.
mm-hmm.
Okay. It's not a question of if you do it, it's how many people you want to rob.
Okay.
So, all of them.
Let's do it. I'll just try to get like one table. Like one whole table.
Okay. After looting this table, you get a jade and about 3 shield worth of coins off of him.
They stole 11 shield and 6 jade.
Well, now we have more money than we had before.
Less.
Well, no, we have more money than we had 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. But well, how much what's more, jade or shield?
Jade is worth more because it has an actual jade gem within it.
So we have more money now. So if we had 6 and now we have 8.
No, you have 1 jade.
Oh, 1 jade. Oh, jeez.
Just keep robbing until we have what we had before.
I'm just going to I'll go to another table and try to steal from another table.
All right.
So just till we get to what was taken from us.
We'll go full Bert Kreischer of the machine here. We'll just rob the whole bar.
That's what I said. Everyone except for Karen.
Nope.
Apparently she's a bag of devouring. I don't know if that's a real thing or Walt making a joke.
I can only do that thing once.
Okay, when you look at the camera, you have to actually...
I can only do that thing once. So, you loot the tavern, and just for simplicity's sake, give me a D10, John.
John, I love the moving ponytail.
Thanks. I'm trying to work it. Let's see where we're going. 5.
Thing down, flip it in reverse.
5. Okay, you find a total of 5 jade and 15 shield.
All together, in addition to
all together. 5 jade, 15 shield.
I mean, it's more shield than we had, but 1 less jade. But I feel like
it's fine.
Did we make any money off of our performance?
No.
Oh.
Lame.
At the end of the song, John has looted everybody, and you guys end your performance right in front of the halfling, and you have that beer that you asked for, and you hand it nicely to him. And he's
take me to your leader.
And he takes the beer in his left hand, and he still has a flower in his right hand. What?
We'd like to get to know you better. You seem like a stand-up fellow for letting us go after such a big miscalculation.
I need a bro headband.
Yeah, you do.
I bat my eyelashes at him. My orcish eyelashes.
Give me a persuasion check. Not an advantage.
I try and fly in front of his face like this.
About what is
trying to look very sweet.
17.
And what does this'll do at the end of the performance? She gave.
I right in front of him. I go like this, and I'm flying in the air, like on my stomach with my feet like up in the back, going like that, like trying to be very sweet. Like, oh, I'm so innocent. I'm just a little pixie. I'm so nice. Please take me where we want to go. You're such a big, strong man.
Takes the drink, chugs it, puts it down, rubs his forehead, and kind of goes, What do you actually want?
Well, we were referred to who we are told is your employer for some delicate business matters. We come from the Barrows.
Oh. I see.
Yes.
All right. In that case, yeah, come follow me. I'll make sure Fex is willing to meet with you, but there's no sense in not.
Okay. Hey's still at the table, right?
Yes. And Kevin is still going like frog arm in front of...
I go back and I swaddle Hey to my chest in his little carrier so that he looks at me, and I'm assuming he's probably pecking at me furiously.
Wait, I know that chicken.
This chicken saved my life. There will be no further discussion of my chicken. He does not trust you, but I am willing to look past his insecurities if we do not speak of him again.
Things just got real weird. I say that out loud. Just trying to bring the tension. Do you know my frog? Do you know all the animals? Can you tell all chickens apart?
Well, I recognize the foliage. I don't know how you got one of my chickens, but whatever.
When his previous master died, he came to me. He saved me, and I saved him. And now we are bound for life with the bonds of eternal brotherhood.
This is the backstory info you guys wanted. So, after that, he's like, it's just a chicken. And then...
Dare you, sir?
Seriously.
Respect the chicken.
It's like,
Respect
all right.
yourself.
Wait, where's your other... Oh, you! I'm not sure why you're so far away from your table on the other side of the inn, but... Come on, we're making our way over to my boss.
Who?
He was looking over at John's character, who is, at this point in time, worked the entire tavern and is currently, like, on the opposite side.
Are we're just gonna leave without paying? Am I not supposed to bring attention to that?
Just go.
Okay.
That's you.
I don't say that out loud.
Well, he's had a few drinks and he had some food on his end table, and he didn't seem to care about paying a tab. So you make your way out of the tavern. As you're considering this, you do see the halfling barboy get, well, no, he's with him. Okay, I'll just shut up and go over here now. But you make your way out and make your way past a few warehouses, which probably hold various crates meant to ship out beer bottles or whatnot. A few kegs. But you work your way past a few of them and stop in front of a particular one and enter a small little room. It looks like a small office space. You see some filing cabinets, nothing noteworthy. And he says, wait here. Who, may I say, is asking for him?
Thistle of the clan Turnip, first of her name. Grigor Fonchipang.
Thank you.
And
close. You were close.
Senpai.
Okay, so salad, fancy pants, and...
I would not call him that,
How
sir.
dare you?
What did I say?
Just
not fancy
call him
pants.
Grigor.
But he has fancy pants.
No.
Oh,
His name is Grigor. You've already disrespected the chicken. Do not disrespect my elvish friend as well.
Great. Salad, Grigor, Senpai.
Yes.
Cool.
Of the progeny of Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Yes.
The
Everyone else had a last name.
the elf person.
Yes.
Why don't you just say so? I'll be right back. Hey, Fex!
Oh no. I don't know what I just did.
He leaves this particular small chamber, enters the warehouse proper. You hear some shouting. It's hard to make it out, but give me a perception check as you guys... It's muffled, but it's possible to make things out.
15.
Nope.
14.
Nope. And Thistle got a...
TSO.
10.
None
Great!
of us hear anything. Why are we missing the important perception rolls?
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. So, a few moments later, the halfling comes back out and goes, alright, Fex is willing to meet with you. Follow me. And then he leads you into this odd, repurposed warehouse. You see various metallic bins where things get dropped in. You see various smaller crates set up to be like seats almost. The floor itself is fairly open as to allow more people to walk among the different tables. You do see a well-oiled particular vat with scorpions just kind of crawling on themselves. You also see in a separate corner almost like a kennel, or it's a chicken coop, but it's like the more industrialized ones where each of the cages is like 8 inches by 8 inches by 8 inches. And give me a knowledge nature check from anyone who's proficient.
Ooh, I'm proficient in nature.
Okay.
15.
15 is good.
18.
Great. Both of you, upon seeing this cluster of chickens, they've plucked out some of their own feathers, or they've rubbed against the bars or whatnot to create these little tiny sore spots. But the foliage is very distinctive. It reminds you a lot of Hey Hey.
I hold him close. I won't let anything happen to you.
Hey Hey is shaking in anger.
I will free your brothers if I am able.
Can you say that into the mic?
I will free your brothers if I am able.
Okay. But sitting on a little bit of an elevated platform is this goat-like individual. He has a very goat-like face with horns that are very short, about 8 inches in length each. He has a nice, well-kept goatee and has the like weird, uncomfortable goat eyes. That kind of just like rectangle shape almost. And as he sees you all enter, goes, "So you're the elf's boy. You don't look like Karen."
You know Sebastian? Sebastian knows Karen? Is this where he's ended up?
He looks mildly confused, looks over at the halfling. The halfling shrugs, is like, they've been confusing the entire time.
Karen is not Sebastian's first wife. You really think a several thousand-year-old elf has only married one dragonborn?
Well, I thought he had better taste than to lay with an orc, but clearly I've been wrong
My
before.
mother was a woman of honor.
Mm.
Piratess. Who ruled the sea she sailed on.
Sure.
Here, here.
So anyway, Sebastian has more business, or what did you have in mind?
This has nothing to do with Sebastian. We would like to buy your flute from you.
Pardon.
Wait, do I know that would be offensive real quick before I say that?
Nope, you said it. It's fine.
Can I use my inspiration
But
token to find out if I would know if that would be offensive before I said it?
You know what? Sure.
Okay.
Roll. Give me a nature check. And the fairy can also roll on this.
Oh, man.
17.
17.
Okay. Good, because I only rolled a 11.
So Thistle, the fairy courts are a complicated endeavor. There's a whole bunch of smaller courts that generally deal with their own region, and they have kind of a seat in a larger hierarchy. There are fairy kings and queens, but they're way more abstract than like a feudal system. A satyr is part of that hierarchy in some way. So are elves normally. But a satyr's pipes are more tied to that hierarchy than what you're seeing this satyr doing. Normally,
I'll be back here. Hold on.
fairies are tied to more the natural order, more increasing the magic within the world. And those panpipes are very much tied to the magical world themselves. So even encountering a satyr in a warehouse is weird. And looking at him, you would expect to see a satyr with his pipes, and you don't see them.
Okay.
So it's not offensive, it's weird.
Okay. So I wouldn't say that to him because I'm assuming that Thistle would have known and communicated this. Right, Thistle? All right.
Always.
We were told that you could help us find some magic to help restore some pixies' wings. That you were the person to go to for black market regeneration spells.
That's not what happened. Oh.
What?
No.
No, what?
The person with black market regeneration spells was the dwarf back in Arrows.
Yes, I know. But if Senpai doesn't see his flute with him and knows it would be weird to ask him, he's going to spin a half-truth in order to get in good with him to get more information.
I see.
So...
No, I'm just making sure
that
you aren't misinterpreting what I said previously.
It's probably my phone ringing because John Herding is calling me.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Internet. But, Thistle.
Yes.
How do you react to seeing basically a fish out of water? He is dressed in a very Victorian kind of just well-tailored clothing. He's the most unsatyr-like satyr you've ever satyred.
Excuse me. I feel as though at this point I wouldn't really be doing anything. I'd be following Senpai's lead.
Okay.
Because we've learned I don't really have any chill.
That's fair. The satyr goes, I don't have any such abilities. I am but a humble smuggler.
Well, yeah. The indication was that you would have something that would help us get it. So, but we weren't exactly told what it was. They just had to come talk to you.
Well, I am unfamiliar with anyone with restorative properties unless you wanted possibly to talk to Gorel, but he is a rather straight-laced individual.
Is Gorel the guy that we...
He is Gorel is someone in Little Drake. You wouldn't know him. But he goes, you probably wouldn't like his restoration anyway.
I see.
Why?
He deals with a lot more iron, and I know traditionally, since you look like a traditional fairy, interaction with the more modern sciences is a little bit more taboo for your kind. But...
Well, we were told in any case that you were a good friend to have. So we thought that while we were in the area looking for you, that we would at least pop in and introduce ourselves. I am Senpai. And this is Thistle.
I am Thistle of Clown Turnip, first of my name.
And this is Grigor. I'm just going to leave it at Grigor this time.
That's smart. Now, both Thistle and Grigor would have known that Senpai left out the entirety of the pan flute reason why they're there. He looks like he's about to cut off dialogue and try to leave. Is that what you're trying to do?
I'm trying to leave?
Well,
I'm trying to, make nice, be friends, try to figure out where his flutes are. Because they're not on him. But that involves trying to make friends with a black market dude, and, Senpai's not part of that life, so he's kind of floundering.
Okay. Thistle, is there anything you could say that'll get you close to figuring out where the pan pipes are?
I asked him if he wants to play cards.
He squints and is confused by the offer. What are we playing for?
We'll figure it out as we go. You got any beer? I'm willing to buy it off you.
We have ample beer. It's part of
Good.
what we smuggle with.
Let's get a little drunk and play some cards.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, 1 second. That went far away. Oh, 18.
18.
Plus, well, plus nothing because I'm not
It's
just
fine.
18.
The satyr kind of leans forward and goes, "You are new to this. You don't need to play to the court's whims like you used to, especially if you're not beholden to them as it appears you aren't anymore."
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, you're away from
That's
your
what I
fairy
say to him.
clan. Clearly you're ostracized or you've taken up a sabbatical of your own. So
what does that have to do with us playing cards?
you don't need to be politically nice anymore. We don't have to be friends to work together. Tell me what you want.
Fine. I just tell him.
What do you tell him?
Say?
Just straight up that we want his flute. That we have some fairies some of mankind that had their wings ripped upon, and we can't get them back. We can't get their wings back unless we take your flute.
Give me a straight charisma roll.
16.
All right. He kind of smirks, is like, all this hemming and hawing for my flute? He gets up off of his little tiny stoop, meanders down a little bit to a chest, opens it up, rifles through a few things, thinks a moment, looks back at you and goes, "I'll give you my flute in exchange for a favor."
A favor now or a favor later?
Both. I need a package delivered.
What kind of package? What kind of favor? I need more details.
No. It is this box over here. He gets up from his chest, shuts it, locks it, wanders over to a crate that's about 7 feet long, 4 feet by 4 feet.
Is there a dead body in there?
No, there's no body in here.
Okay.
But we need this delivered to a friend of mine.
We're doing an awful lot of stuff that doesn't actually have anything to do with us. Like, doing a lot of this to restore this woman's or these fairies' wings and all this stuff.
You guys are the ones that randomly picked up the fairy wing quest. I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah. I just meant that I was talking to
just
Senpai.
follow things. Like we're like dogs with a bone. I have no idea why. Like, we've lost money on this endeavor. We're not getting paid to restore these fairies' wings.
You're right.
Nope. That's what I mean. Is like, this is a lot of work for stuff that truly does not affect us.
You guys will have a bar and be fully invested in your interests from here on out.
Oh, Barbie.
Yeah.
Took me 2 weeks.
But he goes, deliver this package to a friend, and if you do that, I'll give you my panpipes now. Since the friend is in the barrows, think of it as just a small chore on your return trip.
Is it going to give us any problems if it's searched by customs?
Don't let it get searched by customs.
How big is it? What you said it was like 4 feet?
7 feet by 4 feet by 4 feet?
Yep.
So
How
7
are
feet
we going
tall
to
or
carry
7
this?
feet wide?
Long.
So it's 4 feet tall.
Yes.
So it's like a coffin.
It is coffin shaped, but he shakes his head. There's no dead body.
Can we see what's in it?
No.
Do you have a bag of holding?
No. That would make my job a lot easier as a smuggler.
Sir, I'm like 4 inches tall. How exactly do you expect me to carry this thing?
Not my problem.
How
if you want my
heavy is it?
panpipes.
We should have just stolen it.
It's probably close in total to 100, 120 pounds. It's not the heaviest thing in the world. It seems to be filled with a lot more hay to protect whatever's inside.
I mean, we've come all this way.
Yeah, whatever. I guess I'm in.
I'm going to assume Grigor's in.
Yeah. I mean, has he ever said no?
Punch that guy in the face. Cool. Not no. So you make your... So as you say, sure, we'll deal with it. The satyr grins, wanders back to his little chest, opens it up, rummages his way to the bottom, pulls it out, and goes, "This is just a token from my past life anyway. Take it, and thank you for the business."
I very carefully tuck the panpipes as close to, like, in between me and Hey Hey and Hey Hey's carrier. And I say, if I gave you 1 gold from the Barrow Casino, would you release the chickens?
No. I was actually... Good to know. So much for that. Well, the crate is here. Bring your cart or whatever you intend to.
We don't have a cart. That's why we asked how heavy it was. We have to carry it back.
You have fun with that.
Dude.
Oh, good. Someone tell John what's going on, because he's going to have to help carry it.
He won't free the chickens, and we have a 4x4x7, so coffin-shaped chest to smuggle back into the barrows. Who are we delivering this to?
You're going to be delivering it to... Elam Jabath. Elamjabath.
Is that the girl that was killed at the Cecil Hotel?
Can I get a history check from the 3 of you?
I'm going to need you to spell that again, because I was writing something else down.
Ooh, natural 20.
Very nice.
Plus I'm proficient in nature, so 23.
Wait, did you say history?
Not nature, history.
Damn it. I did that last time too. Okay, so just 20.
12.
All right. Since you were so overly curious about everything that's different than the Fae culture, this name has been a ping for you. Most of the pirates in the Barrows are orcs, just because it's a long family line of shipfaring, piracy, and just the bloodthirstiness. Elam is not a orc. He is an Azamar, or someone of celestial descent. He has this halo horn wreath that kind of protrudes from his head and has this almost cyan pearlescent skin. You've seen this person before, and he is striking. But he's a pirate.
Don't do anything. Just stay home and lay around.
That is a dated reference.
And if you ask us, don't do anything. We'll just tell you. But you don't do anything.
So yes, the job is to transport this crate to Elam. Do not look in the crate.
I don't want to look in the crate.
I want to look in the crate.
Me too.
Quick question.
We're for sure going to check out what's in the crate.
Definitely going to look in the crate. Yep.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Quick question.
Yep.
Mr. Vex. If I were to want to see my father, is he back at the tavern?
Yes, he often...
Does he have children with Karen?
A lot.
A lot. How many's a lot?
Well, he had 7, I think, previously.
I got it in my notes.
When you were alive.
7, yep.
Yep, 7 minus 1. So 6.
-1.
Yes.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Does Hey get sad now?
No, Hey was there, and he just somberly glares into the distance, remembering a painful moment of his past.
I look at the chicken. I look at him. And I look back at the chicken.
A single tear rolls from his eye.
You telling me that your previous master was my half-sibling chicken? Okay. Well, I'm going to talk to the chicken later.
Little throat thing just vibrate.
I'm going to tuck it away my information that my half-siblings are here, since that is part of my overall
shtick.
And I have to think about how he's going to handle that, because I think Senpai would actually go find them right now and make sure that they were okay. So
we're always down to kill people.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So we're always down to kill people.
I don't want to kill people. I need to make sure they're all right.
Oh, I thought you meant they would pay for you dying.
I don't know how my half-sibling died. I just
Me
found
neither.
out I've got 7 more. That brings the tally up to like 30. Plus various grandnieces
Dear
and nephews.
God, your dad's been busy.
It's been a couple thousand years, so. Anyway.
That's fair.
He is a serial monogamist.
Yes.
Obviously.
So.
Except that first time. But anyway.
So, the lot of you, do you take the crate out now? You do, you are aware that there is a shuttle that will be making its way back to the Little Drakes this evening.
Yeah, but we have to either buy a cart or rent a cart or carry this to the shuttle.
It's 120 pounds, so... The barbarian on one side lifting it.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I'm little, but I'm very strong. I guess I
You're
can help carry this.
The barbarian and Grigor can be on one end.
Does he get really surprised when I pick the whole thing up with one hand?
Like an ant?
Give me an athletics check.
15 plus... My athletics is +6, so 21.
Okay, it's not with one hand. It's with 2 hands, but you do lift it just fine, the solid 6 inches off the ground, and you begin to make your way to the door.
Nice.
And the fax is just like, okay, I'm not going to question that further.
She is small but mighty.
I am
like
fierce.
Throw rose petals after her.
I'll be notified of delivery, but should I want to reach out to the 3 of you again for some further work, where can I send?
Just don't.
We are located at the Holy Hops Tavern in the Barrow.
Why would you tell him that? We just robbed an entire bar. Why would you tell anyone where we're going?
I have no reason to not trust this man.
Fine, but this seems like trouble.
Look, he's a smuggler. We're not much better.
I mean, yeah, we murder people, so we might be worse.
Yeah, so, like, let's not burn any bridges that we don't need to burn. There's, like, an ocean between us.
All right.
So, I will make sure that correspondence is received back upon delivery. And for the pan flutes, this was a good investment for me.
Glad you think so. I
turn around to say goodbye and accidentally hit someone with the crate. And then we're like, oh, and then step back and hit somebody else and then just keep walking.
Awesome. As the three of you are attempting to leave. Give me a handle animal check.
That one's not so good. 15.
15? Barely.
I got a 20. Can I do that too, or just you?
Well, it was just her because she's holding on to the chicken. As the chicken is leaving, you see it like kind of try to claw over you, trying to get to its family, like other family members. And upon you holding on to it and leaving, it kind of resigns itself and slumps.
I am so sorry, Hey. I can't save them right now, but we will avenge your family. We will free them as soon as the time is right.
And it's barely enough to hold within the chicken its rage. So you have the crate outside.
I cry with him.
People are staring at the floating crate, utterly confused.
It's not floating. There's a pixie under there.
That doesn't make it easier to understand.
We should probably still rent a cart. It's going to take Thistle hours to walk to the dock.
Since it's a base 10 walking speed.
Is there anywhere around where we could purchase a cart?
Sure. Give me a shield and...
Oh, only a shield. Alright.
For renting a cart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. It'll be at the docks.
Alright, so you pay for that quick transport. And you have a few hours before the ship leaves if there's anything in town you wanted to actually do. As a group.
Are there any theaters? Let's go see a play.
Did he tell me where to find Sebastian?
With Karen.
Karen doesn't look like the type of person who's going to like someone walking in there and being like, "Hi.
You're right.
I'm your husband's other kid."
You know, insight check required. Karen looks like a Karen.
Also, hate to repeat myself again, but we robbed everyone in the bar. And it was a bunch of locals and then a couple strangers who literally did an elaborate performance and then left. So maybe venturing directly back there would not be the best thing for us.
All right, well, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled to see if there's anyone who looks like they could be a combination of an elf and a prismatic dragonborn.
Fair.
Sure. As you're outside the town...
I'm going to sit at a play with Thistle.
All right.
I'll play
That's what we do.
Try to find something of entertainment. Give me a investigation check as you're looking around trying to find something fun.
Natural 20. That's like my third this game. No, second, I guess. I don't know.
Something. So
yeah.
With the 20, you fly up above the town to get an aerial view of what's going on. And you see this small carnival going on around the this one particular market district. It looks like it's been mildly repurposed, and you see some various canopies and whatnot that have been set up. There's various animals and creatures, and it's interesting and has a lot of life to it in this weird industrial town. But you don't see any plays. This isn't exactly the right place for it. But you do see a small carnival.
Ooh, there's a carnival.
Did you say a carnival?
Carnival, yes.
Alright, let's go to the carnival.
So while Senpai is waiting, looking for family members...
I'm going to follow them.
Okay.
I'm just keeping an eye out.
Alright. Now this carnival is low-key. It's like a seasonal one. It's not thematic or anything like that. It's just lighthearted fun, and it seems to be this traveling band that seems to set up a place, make a little bit of profit, and move on. It's not for any astrological events or seasonal nonsense. It's primarily run by halflings, gnomes, a few goblins and kobolds. Nothing but little folk. For some reason, they find them to be a little bit more approachable by most people. They do have a few ogres wandering around carrying the big things, but the people running the various exhibits are of these shorter races. And looking around, it is a kaleidoscope of hodgepodge attractions. You see various dexterity games of like throwing rings on bottles to win prizes. You see archery contest games, the slamming the mallet down game.
I want to play that one.
You go up and you see this little gnome with this obnoxious mustache greet you and say, "Hello, little one. You're unusual to be joining us here. Do you even have money to play the games?"
Oh yes. And I get senpai to pay the guy.
How much is it?
And I act like I'm like I can barely even pick up the mallet.
Oh no. He goes, "That's adorable. It's 1/10 per play, or it's 3/10 for 5 swings."
3/10? Is that smaller than a shield?
Yes. A shield is broken up into 10 parts.
Give him a shield and give the lady the bigger one. Give me back the 7.
He hands back these 7 little tiny little... he takes the shield, breaks up into 10 parts, hands you back the 7 piece.
Oh. Put it in there.
And upon that goes, you have 5 swings. Depending on how high it goes, depends on the prize you get. Now you get 5 attempts. There's various prizes. Let's see how well you do, though. Give me a strength athletics check. Roll 5 times. Take the highest.
11, 10, 5, 18, 11. So I take the 18. Do I get to add my 6 to it?
18 plus your athletics, so strength.
Which is 6.
Oh, well, okay. So you do 24.
Yes.
That is disgusting. As you go dink the first couple times, like, that wait a moment, you're stronger than you look. And then the last hammer goes down and go, ding, hits against the bell, and he goes, well, you can have anything you want off the wall. Is this normal? But looking at the wall of toys, you have like the overplush bears. You have this like owl bear that's about the size as Grigor. And so it's like 100 times your size. It's just this enormous pillow.
I picked that one.
Okay. The owl bear has like this face of an owl, and it's just this big poofy bear. Rest of it. It's very posh.
I just carry it. I refuse to let anybody else hold it.
You have to fly to keep it above ground.
Well, I pictured that I'd be like walking and just like holding it like straight up by its foot, but still like it looks like almost like the bear's walking.
Well, that's amazing. Done. But past that, there's a few basic carnival shows, people blowing fire, a whole lot of bizarro, just dexterity and acrobatics. Go ahead and give me a perception check as a group.
I rolled a 1. Apparently, my bear makes it so I can't see very well.
Yeah, the bear would do that. John?
I'm sorry, I was answering Alicia. What'd you say?
Perception.
Got it. Five. I know nothing.
All right. Alicia, Senpai is enjoying the various sides, enjoying the Thistle completely destroying this game. And as that game finishes up and begins walking down the street with the bear, you see out of the corner of your eye your money purse on this one Dragonborn's waist.
What does the Dragonborn look like?
He has a nice ebony, like matte black scale work. He has these yellow eyes and is currently just enjoying the festivities and enjoying a drink.
Gregor.
Yes.
Don't look, but look. At the Dragonborn.
Got it.
He has my money purse.
All right. We can steal that back.
Yep.
You just sneak up behind him and slit his throat and take it back.
Maybe we shouldn't kill him.
Okay, whatever.
I feel like we should kill him. He literally stole from us.
We have Vex's thing to handle, and getting in trouble with the law right now would be very bad.
Didn't realize there was law. Okay, I'll go. If you guys can make a tiny little distraction, I can go steal it back.
I pick a fight, pick an argument.
What? Why would we not do a musical performance again? That worked so well
already
last
only
time.
worked once. I feel like maybe it should be something else. Maybe like some
So
sort
you
of...
pick a fight?
Okay,
That's
maybe
terrible.
acrobatic. I'll fall.
Why don't we
myself?
put the bear down and we start clapping and just doing a bunch of backflips?
Yeah, I mean, you're at a carnival. The bearded lady song is the best way to go.
Yes.
All right, so we'll sing "This Is Me" and dance with more acrobatics.
It's
Give
you
me a
gagging,
group
too.
performance check again, except for John, who is going to be using this.
19.
Of course it is.
14.
Okay.
I'm very distracted.
Yes, but still, a 19 and a 14. You guys begin the song. It slowly builds again. A few people that were in the tavern previously go, "Hey, it's them again!" And they jump in, enjoy the song. There's some clear choreography that was agreed upon months ago that you guys perform in this moment. John,
Yes.
there is a distraction.
Yep. So I'm going to quickly just sprint over there and try to steal the little money purse back.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, no problem. 26.
You easily lift that purse, which is probably a little bit lighter than you think it should be. But being in such close proximity, you do hear them talking about how this has been good business for them, this carnival coming into town. With your background, you have Thieves' Camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hear that this carnival is basically being used as a great way to accumulate additional wares, and these guys are part of the carnival themselves. So this entire carnival seems to be a easy way to attract easy targets. And they're planning to leave soon. Do with that information what you will, but it seems like this is
burn it
part
down.
of it.
Burn the whole thing down. Set it on fire. Yep.
Like a Ferris wheel on fire? That would look so cool.
Be beautiful in the night. Yep.
Yeah.
So you have the purse at this point. You make your way back to your two companions who have just finished the song, landing in a dramatic pose. There's a fair number of applaud, and you actually get thrown money this time around.
What do we get?
You get a total of 3 shield and 6 tenths.
Ooh. So I now have so 15 shield, and then with the 7 tenths and the 6
The bag was
tenths.
Money!
What? No, this was the one. This was from
money.
the. I don't know what we got back from him stealing yet.
Okay, good.
Stop distracting me.
That's what I do.
Now I don't know how much money it was. 15. I think it's 16 shield and 3 tenths. Okay.
Yes, Walt, I'm expecting them to burn the entire carnival to the ground. I'm just
Absolutely.
expecting this at this point.
It's going to happen.
So, you do know that the ship that you just carted this crate to leaves this evening. But you do know that the carnival's biggest draw is also this evening. So you can either attempt to burn down the carnival ahead of time.
Wait, what's the biggest draw? Please tell me it's a singing competition we can join. He doesn't know what to do with that.
I think that we should get up on... token, that's exactly what it is.
Yes.
Okay, there's a singing competition this evening that attracts a whole bunch of townsfolk.
Okay, here's what I think we should do, guys. So I'm going to guess that I noticed this on a flyer since I just gave away my inspiration token for this. I say that clearly, after Gregor just told us what they said, that we should perform and have everybody watching us, and then while we're performing, do like something really crazy and have Gregor set the thing on fire, light it up.
Light it up.
Light it up. That could be our song, and at the end we can go yeah and shoot off a firework.
Love it.
You guys are special. Let's do this actual thing that they want us to do and end in arson. Yeah?
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, with that, you do know that the crate could be stored on the docks or whatever. But what do you guys plan to do at this point? You have a few hours before this musical number that's going to happen, but you will be missing the last ship back to Little
Which means
Drake.
that staying for the musical thing means that we have... Is there another tavern in town?
There is.
Okay. Well, we'll have to stay at that other tavern then.
Yep, it's a goblin establishment called the Sunk Cost.
All right. All right. Well, I mean, I want to go on some rides. Get a higher vantage point. See if I see any prismatic blue-skinned half-elves.
All right. While you're up there, give me one more perception check, and then just because you guys have completely followed one breadcrumb after another into oblivion.
I see nothing.
Okay. You're at the top of the carnival wheel. The sun begins to set as the stage is getting ready for the performances.
Wait a minute. Are we all on the Ferris wheel?
Do you want to be?
I just missed what was happening. I missed what Alicia said. I'm sorry. Are we all on the Ferris wheel?
Alicia,
was I allowed on the Ferris wheel? Am I tall enough? When we first talked about doing a carnival episode, Alicia and I said how it would be really funny if they tried to tell me I couldn't get on because I was not tall enough. And then I raged and got bigger and then was tall enough. But then as soon as they said that, I stopped raging and got small again.
Oh my God.
That happens. 100%. But then it's
when I get small again and they try and say no, I threaten. I was like, you don't want to do that. And if he tells me no again, I will break his nose.
He considers it. He goes, you know what? I don't get paid enough for that. And just lets you on.
Wise choice. And then I just try and bring my bear with me.
So it's Senpai with a bear with like Thistle kind of just wedged between the bar and the bear. And Grigor, where are you during the carnival ride?
I'm also I'm on the Ferris wheel. I'm just trying to get a good vantage point of where everything is so that when we light it on fire, we're ready to go.
All right. I kind of like imagine that with Grigor is the chicken just kind of sitting next to you, glaring outward.
He is so not happy.
Yeah. He's so unhappy. He's with Grigor right now. I'm upset that I'm my family.
I feel like we would have tried to all three sit in one cart. That would have been the first thing to talk about how we were going to burn it down from the top.
Okay,
but
so
if we didn't fit,
into
I just think that would be funny.
Teddy bear in the middle just kind of splurging out.
And a very angry chicken.
Yeah. Perfect.
So that when we get to the top and they stop it, we can talk about the best place for him to set all the fires.
Oh my gosh. Give me a nature check for that.
All of us, or?
Yeah. As you guys are discussing the best places cause
16.
arson. What was that, Thistle?
16.
Okay.
I rolled a natural 1.
Okay, you have no idea.
Senpai is very distracted.
Critical fail.
Yep.
Between
15.
wanting to free Hei's family and wanting to find his family, but knowing it's not a good time.
And what did Gregor get?
15.
Both of you clearly point out a few places where fire can easily spread. You have some options if you want to cause damage to the city and have it spread across rooftops. But if you want to keep it localized and just deal damage to the fairgrounds, you can do that too. Because you guys are
I
special.
say we just keep it to the fairgrounds.
Agreed.
I would like the three of you to roll me a stealth check as you guys are trying to be discreet about arson.
No problem.
Discussing arson.
17.
10?
And Gregor?
32.
What?
32.
Is that did you roll a 20?
Yeah, I rolled a 20, and then I have an 8 + 8 for stealth, and my dex is a 4.
Oh, okay. You only add the... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, you only add the +8 because I believe your dex is +5?
28 then.
Hold on.
Which day, if I don't, you just said do a stealth check, right?
Yeah, do you have double proficiency?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 4, I think.
And then what's your dex? You said that's a 4?
4. My
So
stealth
+8.
is a
That's
+8.
crazy. So it's a
Yeah,
total of +8.
My stealth is a total of +8, and my sleight of hand is a +8.
Okay, so it's a d20 +8. You've got a 20, so 28 is still obscene. You're fine. You use the bear as a muffler or a silencer. And use it to deafen the noises around you. You guys are gross. But yeah, you have a conversation. You have a good vantage point. You have a few...
Oh, Walt says use the bear as a fire starter. We should put an explosive inside the bear.
You don't have any explosives? Just
Can
pointing that out.
we build one? We're pretty crafty between the three of us.
To create alchemist fire would take a little bit more time than you have right now. Black powder does exist in Little Drake, but it's a very guarded secret by Governess Nulla not wanting cannons to fall into the wrong hands kind of nonsense.
Does the fact that this is my natural whatever, since it's kind of a jungle, play into this? Does that mean I get advantage or something?
You're in a city.
I thought it was like a jungly area.
When you're in a jungle, you get it. You're not in a jungle right now. So, you can light the stage itself on fire, which will cause a lot of destruction. The more out-of-the-way place, there are a few sparklers that were developed in Little Drake that are on sale, and that you're 100% certain that stall will burn. There's also some fireworks there. And there's this one restaurant that isn't really keeping up to code, and they have like some grease that's a little bit out.
Perfect.
So you have options for how you want to burn the town to the ground.
All of it except for the stage, because we'll be on the stage. But I love every other idea that he said.
Yep.
Too bad none of us have color spray anymore. We could just... Or fairy fire.
Something like a firework.
Now we're going Katy Perry?
You guys have gone weird directions with this campaign. You guys were supposed to start with the Barrows. Now you're back at Cragmaw. Now you're kind of invested in this little carnival.
Yeah. I mean, how is Vex gonna feel that we stayed overnight while renting a cart that his chest is on? Did we guard the cart?
No.
I don't know. I don't care.
You just
We already
paid for
got
it
the.
to be moved.
We already have the flute. Who cares?
So the cart's going back to the docks without us?
Oh, no, that's a good point. You only rented for the cart. Yeah, I guess you just left the cart mildly unattended.
It's fine.
Did we leave Kevin with the cart?
Sure. We left Kevin with the cart.
We left Kevin with the cart.
Because that's safe.
He'll come find us if somebody starts messing with the cart.
Yeah.
Obviously, I couldn't leave Hey. He would have gone back to try to free his fellows. Trying to protect my chicken.
All right, and I think that's a good stopping point for today's session. Because
10 more minutes.
You guys are going everywhere, and I need to plan
what happens
almost
next?
a new campaign.
Well,
again.
We're going back to the Barrows.
Eventually.
After the carnival.
You should know by now that we are going to go full path less traveled here.
We're weird people.
Yep, that's fair.
All right. Well, on that note, we will be back in 2 weeks because next week the Zoom accounts are needed elsewhere.
True.
As are 3 of the 4 people involved. So
Yep.
There's that.
2 man said Zoom accounts.
But we will miss you, and we will be back on the
12th.
What?
The 12th.
The 12th. Thank you for doing math. Not my.
Yeah.
Also, when we talk about
our stand.
the stand.
Yeah, the stand.
I thought that was the 18th.
It's the 12th.
Oh, well, I need to get cracking on that.
Get your shit together. It's 11.
Michael just said we are chaos incarnate, and I think that's my favorite thing ever. I would like it on a t-shirt.
We can just change. We could just move in that direction.
With Thistle's
Yes.
face.
Yeah.
Yes. A friend once told me that I was like sunshine mixed with hurricane. I feel like it was a country song that she got that from, but I also feel as though that was one of the best things ever said.
Oh, I just realized you guys didn't get to actually enjoy the beer cheese. So he served the food, and you guys basically just left it at the table and did your own thing.
Yeah,
So
we
you're
kind of
cheeseless
dashed
this episode. Sad.
I'm just assuming that Thistle at least went.
Hey, look, the one thing we can look forward to is if we do decide to take the trip in December, we can do D&D from the cruise ship. We'll do it live from the cruise ship.
It'll be fantastic.
Yep. There you go.
The world stops burning by then.
Let's hope. I mean, it's getting better. We have 80 million people got a dose already.
Yeah. Out of the 3 of us, only 2 more people need to get vaccinated, and then we're good to go.
True. Then it's Ted Cruz is picking us up, and we're going to Mexico. We're ready to go.
Evan says on page 1130 of the stand, we better have the dang book club meeting.
We will have it, Evan.
Right.
Don't worry.
100%.
Anyone
It's happening.
else?
My weekend plans are to finish reading it.
Awesome.
Also, Evan, just a reminder, we also have a different book club on March 4th. I haven't started that book yet, but the author's coming to talk, so we should finish that as well.
Which one is that, Meg?
That's the one that my friend Dream, she wrote the book.
I finished that already.
Nice. It's not very long.
No.
But yeah, you should join us. It's Thursday night, and she's like super excited about it. So
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll be on that one.
She's
I read
awesome.
that.
Well,
That means I have something to do pretty much every night next week. I'm teaching on Wednesday. That on Thursday. Then Friday we have our thing. Then Saturday we have our thing. It's gonna be a long week.
it's gonna be a long week.
yes.
I have stuff every night that week, and which used to be normal, but now because of COVID feels like a ton of stuff.
Bizarre. Yeah, it's very strange.
Well,
Nice.
All right.
Evan said he'll be there too. So good. We'll get the book good.
all right.
Sounds good.
Well,
All right, friendos.
thank you all for joining us. We love you. We'll see you in 2 weeks. We'll miss you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Have fun.